It's freezing out here. These YouTubers are mad right now that She-Hulk is pleasing Daredevil, and everybody on YouTube is pissed off about it. I mean, I never saw the Netflix series, but somebody doing that much fighting and that much being so damn angry all the time, She-Hulk will do him some good, for someone who's that angry and always fighting everybody. I think Sexy Time with She-Hulk was a good idea. It's fucking cold out here. And this is going to be a clear day. Oh, shit is cold. I found some, we did get some chicken that had COVID in it, a lot of it. Made some of it last night. So it's the curry chicken in one of those packets, trays. It's full of COVID. Yeah, this critical drinker fella is another one of them, also bitching and complaining about She-Hulk and Rings of Power. And now keep in mind, like I said, these individuals really like to play both sides. Understand? Like that fella, that black fella in Chicago who voted Democrat, and he's always complaining about the Rings of Power. It's this critical drinker fella is another one. This critical drinker fella is another one. Always has shades on. It's probably Matt Hancock or Dominic Robb or one of those fellas. Could be Eric Voss from New Rockstars. But that's another one. Like I said, the whole idea is be one of them and then be one of the enablers, if you will, and then go on YouTube and criticize what they do and what they brought about in the Rings of Power or She-Hulk or whatever. This critical drinker fella, he looks like probably, I want to say, because I can't see his eyes, he's always got sunshade. He's always got shades on. I want to say it's probably Matt Hancock, Dominic Robb, or even though those two aren't exactly the same. Or maybe Eric Voss. That's what he looked like. Probably Eric Voss would be closer. teeth because that shit was full of poison. And it closed? It's closed again. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Wash my teeth. Not today. Yeah, the reason why they're closing the station so often is because of that waiting room. That waiting room is closed more often than the station itself. So apparently that 2-year break was not a strike, it was a real pandemic. Let's go ahead. It's going to be marching down in the church, people, Kevin Feige. It's going to do something good. So from the laptop, I'm getting 18 watts from the USB-C port using a different wire. I'm not sure why the other wire doesn't work. It's just as short and a little bit longer. But yeah, it's more faster with USB-C. Different USB-C wires. It's 18 watts from the USB-C port. And USB-A, I haven't even tried it. You know, the good thing is everything works. You know, on the laptop, the exception of a few keys on the keyboard. Charging fine from the get-go. So, okay, well, let me check the and also, like I said, obviously, I know this idea of said, even the Spado on YouTube is also Churchill. Like I said, Churchill looked a lot different when he was younger. As they age, because they're because of the admixture of different DNA, they start to look really horrific. Like those Richter boys from World War II that are Jews. See, they look more or less normal when they're young, but as they age, they start looking like Rupert Murdoch. All of them start looking like Rupert Murdoch. And the Spado is Churchill, a critical drinker fella who is says he's Scottish or Irish or something. I have my doubts about that. Is probably Dominic Raab or maybe Matt Hancock, maybe Eric Voss from New Rock Stars. So they create the show. And they created She-Hulk, Rings of Power, pretty much every piece of entertainment ever. And then, when it's obviously bad, they will criticize it. Like I said, it's always the same side. No matter who's in front, it's always going to be one of them. Yeah? They are always at the forefront of anything, ever. And there's no white people. And like I said, there's not a single white individual among them. Around this group with their bag, there's not a single white male, not a single white woman, and not a single individual that is white of any gender or color or whatever. Understand? And they, having created the issue with apparently being woke, and She-Hulk and Rings of Power and the politics in America, the political landscape of them being against one another is what created America the way it is now. Understand? Their quote-unquote party politics of them. See, they created She-Hulk and the Rings of Power, and then they have a couple of those people on YouTube who criticize it, that are against it. But it's the same people. Understand? It's the same with politics. Democrats versus Republicans. Yeah? Like I said, there's no point in voting because the Democrats will vote against the Republicans and the Republicans will vote against Democrats, and they cancel each other out. It's simple math, which is what the point is. Like I said, the point is to get these voting masses in there without even having ID, and to get them to vote in such a way that it will splinter America into 4 quadrants, and it will no longer be a superpower, which is what the purpose is. It's the way Europe is. And it's the way Europe is set up. Europe is set up like this because there is no, you have the European Union, but there is no, it doesn't have, it doesn't have the cohesion that America has with 50 states, or America used to have, by having 50 states in the past when it was more or less ethnically white. Yeah? And the whole point, like I said, these voting masses that come in, and sometimes they get to vote without even having ID, is to get the country to splinter off into many pieces, at least 4 quadrants, possibly 5. And then when that happens, it will no longer be a superpower, which is what the commies always wanted. Breaking up America the same way they broke up Russia, and the same way they broke into Ukraine, the same way they broke into Eastern Europe, Latvia, Lithuania, Belarus, Poland. See, all of that used to be Russian, right? In the past, it was either German or Russian. And this crew came in, remnants of Genghis Khan, and they broke it all up. Now they want it back. See, they want back Ukraine. They want back sections of Eastern Europe that used to be Russian. And some of the sections in Europe that used to be German are Russian now. So you see, the whole point of this, like I said, voting is defeatist. We talk about voting matters. Voting does not matter. Voting, if you vote, you cancel each other out, which is what the point is. Like I said, it's more or less the same direction. Quote-unquote liberalism, which is now communism, or it's, they have different names for it. Liberalism. Sometimes they're centrist. It doesn't really matter. They're still going in the same direction. Voting masses that vote sometimes without even having ID, yeah, that will cause the country to break up into multiple pieces until it's no longer a superpower. Understand? That's what the idea was. That's what the communists tried to do anyway, from the very beginning, isn't it? What was the Communist Manifesto? Remind me what the Communist Manifesto was in the 30s, because I know they had a manifesto that they passed around back then when it was thing to do. They had a manifesto that was a communist manifesto. They used to talk about these goals that they had. And now, obviously, if you bring in massive amounts of illegals and voting masses into America, what's going to happen eventually is that the country will splinter off into multiple pieces, and it will no longer be a superpower, which was the communist goal all along. And then the watchdog, even though it's a pretty shitty watchdog, that is the West, will no longer exist. And then the biggest superpower will be what? The biggest superpower, the biggest landmass will be what? It will be the Soviet Union again. That's what will remain. What will remain when America splinters off into multiple pieces will be the superpower that is Asia and Russia. And after that, there will be nothing else. Which is what the point is, isn't it? You know, that's the entire point of this little framing gig that you got going on, isn't it? Because if that happens, the only superpower that will be left will be Asia and Russia. And remember, they're more or less on the same, they have the same political ideology. The only difference is that you have some Christians left in Russia. I have no idea what kind of Christians those are. But that's the end goal, isn't it? And if you look at China and how much it benefited from American outsourcing, that seems to be the goal, isn't it? The goal is, with this framing gig and this voting, anonymous voting for voting masses that they have, sometimes without ID, is to break up America, to cause the breakup of America, the breakup of the Union until it's no longer a superpower. And then the only superpower that will be left will be Asia and Russia. Isn't that right, commie fuck? Isn't that right? So you see, you're always, no matter where you look, no matter what it is, no matter what position, industry, politician, government, it's always one of them, guys. Now, is it true that some of them don't actually agree and they might have good intentions? Is it true that some of them might have actually good intentions, like the Sparrow or the critical drinker? Yeah, maybe, but the end goal is that because it's one of them, it's never going to change. Even if they mean well. Yeah, even if they mean well, some of them, I guess they do. You don't have, because you're one of them, and you are beholden to them. It is more or less a mob, by the way. It does work like a mob. You, if you're the Sparrow, the critical drinker, or whoever, even if you mean well, you can't do anything to change it. Precisely because you are one of them and you are beholden to them. And if they don't like you, the rest of them don't like you, and they sure as fuck won't. Yeah, they'll get rid of you. Yeah, which is what always happens, by the way. It happened to us many times. Yeah, they got rid of us in Europe many times. Russian Revolution, French Revolution, German World War I and World War II in Germany, they got rid of us. And the Austro-Hungarian Empire again went to war with America and they got rid of us. Yeah, the reality is that if you're one of them, you are beholden to them, and anything that they don't like collectively, they will get rid of. That's the point. Even if you mean well, doesn't mean that you're going to change it. It means the opposite. It means that you're going to be allowed in because you become popular. Yeah, because you have very popular views, you're going to be allowed in, and then they'll find a way to get rid of you. They've done this to us many, many times. Especially if you're one of them, it makes it even easier. Yeah, it doesn't matter if that's the whole point. Making sure that the critic is cut from the same cloth as the showrunners. And by the way, that showrunner, I forgot his name, Kirk or something, whatever the fuck his name is also the Sparrow. It's making sure that the critic and the antagonist are all the same, and in the end, even if the critic wins out, which is me or the Sparrow or the critical drinker, they will be gotten rid of eventually. You understand? That's the whole point. Yeah, they will find a way. Yeah, in their infinite scheming and lying, they will find a way to get rid of you, even if you mean well. Because that's what always happens, which is why they are at the forefront in everything that you see before you. Media, print media, academia, government, military, etc., etc., etc. Which is why they're always at the forefront, because anybody they don't like, they get rid of with this framing program, or another way. And if it's by violent means, if it's a fucking revolution in Europe, or another war in Europe, they get rid of anybody they don't like. And anybody in the forefront is always them. Understand? Even if you're one of them, like I said, if you're one of them, it makes it even more likely that they're going to get rid of you if you disagree with them. Understand? So you see, the showrunner in The Rings of Power, I forgot his name, Kirk or something, I don't fucking know, I forgot. He's also the Sparrow. Sparrow is Churchill, the guy from The Rings of Power who's the showrunner is Churchill as well. You can't tell because they're young, but it is Churchill. You can't tell because they're young and they look different. But when they age, they're going to look exactly like Churchill. They're going to look exactly like the Richter boys. You seen the Richter boys from World War II? All of them are based loosely on Churchill. You see how bad they look? Holy shit. That's exactly the way the Sparrow is probably going to look. He's going to look like Churchill when he ages. No, it's not the. It's not a coincidence, like I said, to see this. It's never a coincidence. Anything you see on YouTube is not a coincidence. Yeah? I never had any followers on YouTube. It was, it's entirely fake. YouTube is for them. Hollywood is for them. Government is for them. Understand? And they use a training program now to make sure that everybody stays them. That's the whole point of the training program, making sure that everybody stays being them. And you're never going to have anything different. Understand? You know what? I mean, that's the whole point of this this training program, is that you're never going to have anything different. It is by design. They look identical by design. Like I said, just like their Asian cousins who live under communism, they look identical by design. Yeah. Now their cover for doing this is that they're white. Why does this work? Is that they managed to create this false habitat environment where they get to pick and choose who's Jewish and who's white, who's non-white, and none of them are white. Guess what? How long do you think they would last in Western Europe if everybody knew that the people in government were not white? How long do you think they would last if somebody laid it out and made it very clear to everybody in Western Europe that their government representative is not white and it's someone else, is pretending to be white? How long do you think these people would last in government in Western Europe if everybody instantly found out that they were not white? Like I said, the reason why it works is because of pretending to be white. Yeah, pretending to be white is what gives them power. Yeah, you can say it's the Jews, but I don't see many Jews. Again, I'm not seeing many Jews in these on YouTube. I haven't seen many Jews on YouTube. I haven't seen many Jewish showrunners in Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen many Jews working with the She-Hulk stuff. Working on the series for She-Hulk. Who is it? It's this crew that pretends to be white. Yeah, that's what gives them power. It gives them now obviously if you're white, you're definitely not getting it. But what gives them power is pretending to be white, because nobody suspects them of being Jewish or being Churchill. You have to find out from a homeless guy in London that Churchill is everywhere. You have to find out from a homeless guy that none of them are white and a lot of them match Jews. What gives them power? Pretending to be white. How long do you think that this little enterprise that guy will last? How long do you think this enterprise will last if everybody instantly found out that the people that they are dealing with are not white? It wouldn't last very long, would it? If everybody found out instantly that the people that they always see on TV and the people that they have in their government are not white, how long do you think this pyramid scheme of Freemasonry would last? Not very long. Not very long. And again, like I said, it's like I said, the whole point is to create chaos, make a big mess, and they will pick and choose a hero among them, like the spotter or the critical drinker, that will in the end do the same thing that they were doing before. That's why they won a big war. Albert Pike, another rabbi Freemason, said there's going to be 3 world wars. Why not just 2, man? You can't settle the score in 2 world wars. You got to have 3 of them. I think 2 is enough. Maybe it should be enough. He's like, yeah, we're going to have 3 world wars. Why? Because they want a nice big reset where everybody forgets about this, because the present is a big problem, like I said, because everybody knows. Now, everyone knows. The easiest way for everyone to forget is to do a third world war, like Albert Pike said, yeah, and everybody forgets because they're dead. And then they will pick another hero among them to do the same thing, exactly the same fucking thing they were doing before. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, guys. That's what you need to realize about this fella. This fella is definitely committed, like I said. An ambitious little shit, huh? Yeah? And they will never do anything different. It's just like they said in the Rings of Power. They are destined for darkness. Literally and figuratively, they are destined for darkness. And they will never, even if they can, they will never do anything different. Because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Understand? This is hardwired. It's hardwired into these people. Understand? They cannot do anything different. Even if they maybe can, they don't want to. They don't need to. It's not necessary for them to do anything different. It is necessary for white people to do something different because white people want to stay fucking white. So that's the only difference. It's necessary for white people to have fascism because white people want to stay fucking white. Yeah, it's necessary for white people to have Europe because white people want to stay fucking white. You understand? That's the difference between them and the rest of us that are actually white.
Yeah? It's necessary for white people to have fascism because white people just want to be fucking white and be left alone. What a surprise. It's necessary for white people to have Europe because white people just want to be white. Not mixed white, not sort of kind of white, just plain fucking white. See, that's the difference. That's the entire difference. The only difference, like I said, there's 3 reasons to be involved. Race, sex, yeah? Race and sex. That's pretty much it. You're either non-white, Jewish, or you're transgender. Those are the 3 reasons to be involved. And you can hear what I'm saying right now because you're one of the 3. You're transgender, non-white, or Jewish, and you can hear what I'm saying. Right now. You can hear what I'm saying because of those 3 reasons. Race and sex, guys. White people want to be white. They need fascism. They need Europe. Or whatever they need. They need a monarchy that represents, I don't know, Gondor and Lord of the Rings. Because white people just want to stay fucking white. They don't. That's why they stole the bag. The first thing they said after they stole the bag in New York in September, what did they say? What did they say? What was the first thing that they said on Democracy Now! After they stole the bag? What was the first thing they said on Democracy Now! After they stole the bag? It happened right after they stole the bag. What did they say? White people are shooting us. We don't like white people. Fuck white people. They made it pretty fucking clear that they have no intention in following white people, listening to white people, or doing anything that white people ask of them. That's what they said a week after they stole the bag. That's what they said on Democracy Now! They said, white people are shooting us. We're not going to follow white people. We're not going to listen to white people. Fuck white people. And we won't do a single thing that they ask of us. It was set in stone, man. They put that shit right on TV within a week. They said, you know, we don't like white people. White people are evil. They're shooting us. They're fucking... we're not going to listen to white people. We're not going to follow white people. We're not going to do anything that white people ask of us. And they're saying, oh, you get to control Asia. You get to control Africa. What did I tell you? That non-whites do not fucking listen to white people. Non-whites never have ever listened to anything that white people said. They have never done anything that white people asked of them. This guy's like, oh, you're going to get control of Africa. You're going to get control of Asia. That's super, yeah? That's great. However, the first thing that they said when they got that bag is, we're not going to listen to white people. Fuck white people. That's the first thing that they said. They not heard you loud and clear. And you don't have to. You don't have to listen to white people. However, this is, from what I'm being told, this is a take-all framing program. This is a take-all fucking framing program, and whoever takes this gets control of everything. Worst idea ever. The worst idea ever. If anybody could have came up with a worst idea, you know. This is, like I said, this is how they presented this to me. You know, it's kind of like a take-all framing program, and whoever, you know, takes it all gets to control everything. Worst idea ever. Because, like I said, why? Because now whites do not listen to white people. They don't care about white people. They don't want to deal with white people. They made this very fucking clear all over the world. Yeah, Asia, Russia, communism, India made it very clear. Africa made it very clear in South Africa that they don't want to deal with white people. This guy's like, oh yeah, you get control of everything. You're gonna get control of Africa and Asia. And I just told you that they do not listen to white people. And they made it very clear when they got the bag that they don't want to listen to white people. Which is why they stole the bag. It's like, but that's, like I said, that's the difference. The difference between white people and them. White people want to stay white. It should be a very simple task. It's very simple for any other race, apparently. White people just want to stay white. They want something different. They want something different. Adar wants something different. He wants something different. You know, white people want to stay white. This group doesn't. They're not really loyal to white people in the West. Like I said, the only other great power in the world right now is the Soviet Union, being Russia and China, and they are politically aligned. Yeah, Russia and China are politically aligned in Soviet communism. If you don't like white people in the West, the only other greater power is Asia, as far as I know. I don't know of any other greater power on the planet at the moment. That's where you can. That's who you must be loyal to if you're not loyal to white people, because that's the only greater power. The only greater power at the moment, like I said, is Asia and Russia. That's the only greatest. You know, if you don't like white people, if you don't like the West in general, the only greater power is Soviet communism. The Dar say that, you know, we don't like the white people, it's okay. You know, and like I said, it is a system where white people lose out in South America. White people lose out in Africa, South Africa. And believe me, there was nobody there when it was settled, because Africa is big. And back then, the African population was probably 100 million on the entire continent. Yeah, because, you know, Africa is, you know, has a lot of dangers, and it's very easy to die. You know, it's very easy to die over there. You know, you got all kinds of predators and shit. So, you know, I'm guessing that when South Africa was settled, it was probably 100 million people in Africa, 200 million maybe. Who knows what it was? Definitely not close to a billion. like it is now. So, you know, it's like I said before, it's always the areas that are settled by Europeans outside of Europe that become problematic for Europe. South Africa. Now it's a problem for Europe because they colonized it. America. Now it's a problem for Europe because they did 2 world wars in Europe. They went against the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It was colonized by England, and now it's a problem because it was colonized. Now it's a problem for white people. Canada, another problem for white people. Australia, New Zealand, another problem for white people. See, these areas, you always lose out. Any places that you settle if you're white becomes a problem for you. They become a problem for you if you're white. And in the end, you just end up in Europe anyway. See, these places, it wasn't even that long ago, 400 years ago. 400 years ago, these places were settled by white Europeans. Now they're a problem for white people. Now they're a problem for white people. What are you going to end up with in the end anyway? You're going to end up with Europe. You're going to end up with Europe anyway, every time. And you did nothing. You just wasted your time, in New Zealand and Australia for nothing. You wasted your time in South America. You wasted your time in South Africa. You wasted your fucking time and effort in America and Canada. All wasteful time and money and, and effort for nothing. And you're going to end up over here anyway, if you're white. You see? It's by design, guys. By design that these places fail outside of Europe. They're always going to fail. But it's always internally. It's always an internal asshole that does this. It's always an internal problem that causes this. It's not non-whites. Most non-whites do not have the money to leave South America and go to California. Somebody's giving them money. They found a way. What made it possible is the fact that South America was colonized by Europeans, and it facilitated their move to America after white Europeans lost out. So the material collective wealth that Europeans brought to South America is what facilitated the move of Amerindian races into America after white Europeans fucked off. Most of them don't have the money to move. Most of them don't have the means or the money to move. However, the ones that did move, and they made it to America, all 40 million Mexicans, whatever it is, they did so because of the material wealth that was used to colonize South America by Europeans. That's what facilitated their move to America, isn't it? It is. Do you think that they would have made it to America if it wouldn't have been for the white Europeans that settled South America? Do you think that they would make it out of there and move to America? If white Europeans would have never settled South America, do you think that the Amerindian races in South America would have actually made it to America? No, they would not make it to America because they wouldn't have any money or the material possessions necessary to make it to America. Understand? Like I said, most non-whites do not have the capacity for communism. They don't have the capacity to militarize. It's a phenomenon. Communism is a phenomenon funded by an internal asshole in the West. Always has been. Most non-whites do not have the means to bring about communism or even militarize themselves. It's purely a Western enterprise that funds this. Now, and they don't even need communism because they're brown or they're Asian or whatever the hell they are. Why would they need it? Why would they need communism? Explain to me, why the fuck would Chinese people need communism? Why would they need that? For what? What does it achieve? They're all Asian. It doesn't even matter if they have a democracy because anybody they vote for is going to be Asian. It's the same with Japan. Japan doesn't have communism. Now, I'm sure you have some Japanese communists somewhere, and they have a democracy, right? Japan has a democracy. They vote for a prime minister just like here. It's the same model, actually. But they don't need communism because everybody that they vote for is Japanese. So what's the difference? Why is it that the Chinese need communism? Explain it to me. Explain to me why the Chinese need communism. For what? If everybody's Chinese already. Anybody that they would vote for in a free election will be one of them. Will be related to Xi Jinping and Churchill and whoever. So why the fuck do they need communism back? If everybody's Chinese already, and anybody that they would vote for in the democracy will be Chinese, will be Churchill, will be one of them, what the fuck does it matter if it's communism or democracy? That's right, it makes no fucking difference. They have they have a democracy in Japan, and anybody that they vote for is Japanese. And anybody that they vote for will be quote unquote Japanese. I think a lot of them are Chinese these days, especially around Tokyo, I guess. But anybody that they vote for in Japan, even though it is a democracy, will be Japanese. Quote unquote, whatever the fuck. So why would they need Chinese communism in China if they can just have a democracy and vote for the same people that they vote for now? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, guys. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's just, like I said, non-whites do not have the capacity for communism. They're not interested in it. Because they're already brown, they're already Asian, they're already Amerindian, whatever the hell they are. They don't need it. Yeah, they don't get anything out of it. What the fuck are they getting out of it? They're still going to be brown. Democracy or communism, they're going to be Asian. Democracy or communism, they're going to still keep on being Asian. That's the difference. White people want to be white, they need fascism. White people want to be white, they need Europe. That's the difference, guys. The only difference. The difference here, like I said, you're either involved because of race and sex. You're not white Jewish. You're not white Jewish, or you are transgender. Sex and race, guys. Sex and race, that's it. That's the only reason why anybody's involved in this framing program. It's the reason why white people want to stay fucking white, and the rest of the world want to stay, they want to stay brown or Asian or whatever the fuck. They don't need communism to do that. Why would they, I mean, explain to me why the Chinese need communism? For what? Is it going to help them stay Chinese? Even if they have a democracy, they're still going to vote for themselves. So what difference does it make? Does it mean that if they have a democracy, the Westerners will fucking, move to China, and maybe the Indians will move to China? No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that if they have a democracy in China today, and they vote for each other just like they do now, that Westerners or the Indians or whoever, Africans, will move to China. It doesn't mean that at all. It's not even going to happen. It's not going to happen. You need a visa to get in there anyway. You need money to get in there. You know, just like you need a visa and money to get into Russia. Now, who's the sucker that lets everybody else in into the West and California and America? The sucker is the Westerner. You don't need shit, man. You can just walk across the border, forget about your visa. You don't even have to pay for it. Who's the sucker in all of this? So you need a visa. You need money to get into China and Russia. You need something to get into China and Russia. You gotta have money. You know who's the sucker in all of this? The West is. Because you don't need nothing to get into America, unless you're white. You need an invitation. If you're white, you need an invitation to get into America. If you're white, you gotta get invited first. I wouldn't go there without one. You know, I wouldn't go there without an invitation, just so you know. You gotta get invited. See what happens when you go somewhere where you're not invited? A shitstorm happens when you're not invited and you go somewhere where you haven't been specifically invited. A shitstorm, you know, started and it lasted for the last 7 years. See what happens when you go somewhere where you're not invited and you're white? See? That's the Soviet Union, yeah? You need a visa to get into Russia. The train from Bucharest only goes to Kiev. It doesn't go to Moscow anymore. I don't even think it did. I don't even think there is a train line that goes from Bucharest to Moscow. It only goes to Kiev. So you need a visa to get into Russia. You need money to get into Russia. You need a visa, money to get into China. You know, so who's losing out? Who's being, sucker punched in this? The West is. Yeah, the West is getting fucked by everybody. Yeah, someone said, I don't remember who this was that said this to me, America is a big fat pussy to be fucked for money. How disgusting. Because I even said that before, America is a business. You know why they say that? Because of the framing program. You know, the framing program is your currency in America. It's not the dollar. It's not the dollar, is it? That's the currency in America, or the world. It's not the reserve currency of the world. It's the framing program. That's the reason why they say that. This guy said this to me. I don't know who it was. I gotta remember who it was. I don't know who said this. But why did they say that? It's because of the framing program. That's where the money is. You can move mountains with the framing program. You can move mountains. Mount Doom itself will move from the Southlands with the framing program. How much you want to bet? You know, if I had an upper hand on those showrunners with a bag like this, I could get them to move Mount Doom from the Southlands. You know, if I gained the upper hand on those showrunners and stole the bag from them instead, I'm willing to bet you that I could get them to move Mount Doom out of the Southlands. You see? The framing program is the currency of the world. You can move mountains with it. Entire continents can move with it. See? That's what they said to me. They said this to me. And I was like, yeah, because of the framing program. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. See, with the framing program, you can move anything. Move any president. Move any elected official. Move an army. Move a mountain. You can move Mount Rushmore if you want it. With the framing program, you can do that. It's legal tender everywhere. See, if I had an upper hand on the showrunners right now in the Rings of Power, You know what I could do? I could bring Doctor Strange into the Lord of the Rings universe, get him to reverse time before the eruption of Mount Doom, and even move the fucking mountain out of the Southlands. I could do that with the framing program. Now it goes against everything. Now it goes against everything that is Marvel and Lord of the Rings. They're not even related. Yeah, the MCU has no relation to Lord of the Rings. But if I wanted, now if I had the upper hand on the showrunners and I stole something from them like this fact, I could get them to put Doctor Strange in the Rings of Power, reverse time before the eruption, and move the fucking mountain out of the Southlands. I could do that if I fucking wanted to. Because of why? Because of the framing program. The framing program is your slavery chains, if you will. You can do anything with it. You can control any president, any elected official. You can do absolutely anything you want with this fucking framing program. I could put Doctor Strange in Lord of the Rings, reverse time before the fucking eruption, and move the fucking mountain out of the Southlands. Literally, physically move that mountain out of the Southlands because I fucking wanted to. And because of the framing program. You see? The framing program, guys, controls anybody, anywhere, anytime. You can move continents with it. Anybody you want will be moved by it. Anybody, anywhere. Armies, continents, entertainment, everything that you see before you is based on this goddamn fucking framing program because those are your chains of slavery. $49, $96. 96%. $937. I need to go to that water pump and wash. I can't. I need to wash out the shit that came out. .365. And I can have the voltage on it. It does. There is a way to fix it because I had this issue before, not reaching the voltage I should, and it's in the firmware. You gotta. You can usually fix it by flashing everything in there. It's gotta be one of those CSC files, maybe, one of those AP files. Maybe flashing the entire firmware will get that voltage back up to 4.388 instead of 4.365, now. We've been here 54 minutes. Yeah, hopefully they got some good chow mein today. 2 more hours to wait. Finally 100. It should top up shortly because it's very slow getting to 100. So. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go in and go wash.
those Legos, man. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, it's fucking cool right here.
Grandma.
It's fucking cold and windy. Oh, shit. That feels nice. Let's go ahead. So much. Let me brush my fucking teeth.
Watch the cone. There's a lot of dirt in here. That's a lot of grease. A lot of grease. And I'm not even sure how it ended up in my head because I keep it pretty clean.
Oh, wow. I found a lot of grease in my hair. Too much actually for it. down to the 50 to turn off tethering. Turn off tethering. Cold. Over here, look what was reading. Now, my brother hasn't replied yet. I sent him a message last night. I gotta look and check. A good thing I went and washed because of this station closed. It's going to be pretty miserable. done. Get some good French stuff from my bourbon fella and my bourbon comrades. My bourbon comrades are preparing a good meal today. Something very nice. One chicken soup, one mushroom soup, one potato leek. Another hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, so these tethering commands turn off wireless debugging. Which is perfectly fine. Don't need wireless debugging anyway. What I noticed is that on the on Android 12 and 11, this has a preset. It's got some kind of preset saved connection in wireless debugging. It says it's local. It says it's a local connection for wireless debugging on the phone. That is preset. Where's everyone? They're supposed to be here by now. They don't want to be numero uno today? Usually they're numero uno every day. So like I said, you got to go in there and check to see that there's no local wireless ADB that is preset, because that's how they blanked out the SIM. You understand? That's how they blanked out the SIM on Android 12. There was a wireless network that was preset for wireless debugging. They logged into the wireless debugging that was preset, and they blanked out the SIM through wireless debugging. You understand? 11 and 12 they have this. Yeah, but if you run that, if you run those commands the way I have them, it should turn off wireless debugging. And I saw it many months ago. I saw it many months ago, and I was very suspicious. It's a preset connection, a pairing for local wireless debugging. and it says local. It's just local, but it's not local. It connects, it says that it's local, but it connects whenever you connect wirelessly through a Wi-Fi network. They use the Wi-Fi network and that local Wi-Fi connection that is a pairing. It's a pairing. It's not connected. It just says that it's paired, and that's what they use to blank out the SIM. But the commands that I'm using should turn it off. Like I said, I turned it off on the A50 just now. It doesn't work anymore. If I want to use wireless debugging, I have to reset the phone. There's no way to put it back in. My nose is running. I got COVID in my throat. Let's open that nature down. Get some potato leek, goddamn. I want some potato leek right now. I got another fucking 15 minutes, another 25 minutes. That's what was causing the settings app to crash. Yeah, they did some kind of magical command line trick where if I was using expandable RAM and device performance settings, they tied those commands to others to flick the settings app on and off. So whenever I would issue commands to the settings app, that's why that RAM, expandable RAM, kept changing. Yeah, I set it as 0 and it was going back to 2 or 4. I set it as 0 again, and then it went back to 2 or 4. But it was only when I was using the commands to make expandable RAM 0, because it's not improving performance at all. It's for the framing program. That's the reason why they did it. And whenever I did those commands, device performance something, the RAM expandable something, those commands were binded to other commands to turn off the settings app. That's why I said that it was broken pipe 32 settings app is not there. Yeah, settings app is not there. Because like I said, it's if they could do that, and it started happening out of the blue. And I was connected to Wi-Fi, so it's that wireless debugging. If it has a local preset, that's just going to say that it's local. They log in through wireless Wi-Fi whenever you connect to Wi-Fi, and they start issuing commands. That's what it is. Local Wi-Fi, local debugging. Well, luckily there's a way to turn it off. It doesn't work anymore. It crashes now. It just crashes whenever you try to access it. That's fine. I don't need wireless debugging. It's stupid anyway. I got COVID in my throat last night. I grabbed one of those boxes and it was one of those trays and it was poison. But I got 3 other ones, I think. I think I ate 4 other ones. Chicken curry. Just the chicken, not the curry and the rice. It's okay, it's not bad. Another half hour. Huh? Half hour. Don't pay anything, do you? Hello, hello.
Yeah, they asked me what's the name of the film. What's the film? And normally they want
What kind of
Yeah, I'll have black tea with 3 sugars, ham and cheese on white, chicken soup and potato leek prepared.
I would like a potato leek soup, a black tea with 2 sugar,
And chicken soup as well.
a bag of
Prepared.
chicken, or prepared, the chicken,
Yeah.
and a chicken soup as well. Ham and cheese on.
White.
We got hot food. Would you like any
Yeah, meaty. Yeah.
meat, yeah?
Yeah, meat.
I would
Are we
like
getting the sandwich as well?
meaty hot food.
Oh, just this? Yeah, medium hot meal down.
A meaty hot food.
And if we had money, we would use the iPad to buy the restaurant. You know, the restaurant would be,
Very nice, thanks.
We will bring you the yeah. We will see as I said. Would you like any photo?
That's okay.
No? One.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you very much. Gotta go to the other side right now. Yeah, this brother of mine is not replying on Facebook to anything so far. It's probably poison. photos on Facebook, so I'm a little bit worried actually, because it seems to coincide with that SIM going blank. Yeah, not bad. Very tasty. Got a big dish. See if it's any good. Yum.
Hey, I'll take a bit of a go in, eh? This. Thank you. Thank you.
How are you, my good? Maybe kind of pass at that side. How did you get here? You're right, maybe you come from. Because you put the one to that side. Because you have to move this bicycle, this one. You're right, you can't see this, you have to go up more. Okay.
Come here, come! Yeah, that's the outside the police station. I think that's all this nerves. Absolutely. Especially inside home, inside car. You know, the black guys, goody. You know, if you get close to that car, you'll lose his driver's license.
Let's stand up there instead of moving.
He has to go back, because what's getting in, when he goes up, you've got another corner, you have to go back down this way.
Exactly, that is it.
Yeah.
You have to look at cars then that side. This side is space. Come back. That's it. Keep straight. Let's just go a bit left. Too long.
Okay.
Thank you. No, hello. Don't throw it on the floor. Gosh.
It's alright, they got janitors.
You put your other bag, you put it down. You put it down and you put it there. Throw it on the floor.
It's gonna be a mess by in another hour anyway.
That's not the point.
Well, it's not just it, it's everybody else.
You're not showing it. No, you can do it like that. You're not showing what it's from. Wait, you can play. Yes, just so when you just read it.
Here, they open the outside. This way. I saw. I don't eat fish. I don't eat the fish. I saw a new place. Yeah, yes, I don't look up when I was going to the What is the menu? That's what I said. Does she speak straight with you or she goes? Yeah, she does. No, she does. Okay. That's her part. That's why she speaks straight with you. That's what she talks to. She'll go up someday and see. Okay. It's a club. Okay. She'll start. All right. So my hands quite down. Well, she hasn't been going to the banner. The banner from there, and the banner she didn't say. Because they say she was arguing with it. So she's supposed to go back this October next week, and she's supposed to write something for the original. I think she told me she wrote it, but she hasn't back. All right, that's okay. I think she could come back at this. So I think it's all right. So they probably give her permission to hear the story to come back here and she kind of shocked people like that. It's hard. A lot of other people do. Yeah, it's true because once she starts, like she come to my church, oh my God, she'll take over the things and place and oh, yes, I you just and then people say, oh, you know what, I was one thing somebody else. Because she old down back, so you like, I was like, God, it's just like, when I got somebody. Alright, but you have to that is precious. You can fill up a bit. Exactly, because in the voice based, if I push my time, because they come on, it's look, one way, you can go exactly, you get everything, yeah, that's it. You don't have to go around and around. That's what I said, I'm putting it down, yeah. Same kind of one do that, but they don't care really about it. No, they would because it's too much, you have to figure out, you know what's the jobs and all that, and all that. Every month, yeah, they do this and that. And then you're running around, yeah, and that's what you're down yeah, you don't have to cook, you don't have to preach, you don't have to fix and all that. Yeah, it was literally with light, you were using torch and all that. If I think there's a before for cheapest boy, because she knows it's hard. So there's a before for
Yeah, Coke.
Okay, this is the she has to do. Okay, she has to do it. Alright. Because she wanted to pay on board. If you get it, pay before the time. But she said no, she will get it after half. She paid it directly. She said she will get it. But you can that's alright. When I get the bill, I don't pay full. I pay so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks so much, I appreciate it.
Well, I'll be yeah, so I usually pay. So if I get the bill, I in the both and in the package, I will pay that next time I'll give them some from the bank and then I'll pay them. Yeah.
They got janitors, yeah, they come around.
Is that like Egypt?
Oh, that's nice to hear. You want some? You are not with you out here. You need some. Anybody needs okay. Anybody? Anybody? How are you, sir? How are you? Hey! You're always together. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hey guys,
That's right. Okay, okay. That is my favorite memory. You think that? They might have I'll see what I can do with
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'll have Coke. Yeah.
Any coffees you got? Any coffees?
That's okay, thanks.
Coffee, coffee, tea? Coffee, tea? Oh, no, yeah. I think we have things that are Pepsi still.
Thanks.
I did some oh no, sorry, when I go down. This morning, this car had this stop, this rock. Stop, so he all over the place. And I wanted to show him about it. I said, what do you want with you? And this was my son, I grandson. Oh yeah, I put on the 4 seconds. To get him out the back. I said, but this is a good rock, sir.
look, they're going, yeah? They're going.
What?
Oh, I thought he's going. Right.
Exactly. Arguing the argument. I just I said, oh God, it's getting like that is crazy. Go, you know, go, because go, turn around.
You know that?
What?
So do you know?
Do what I want.
What? Well, you know.
Don't know anyone.
But myself, all
It's okay. I'll have some lemonade instead. When you go back over there? Yeah. Lemonade, yeah, I'll have some. Yeah. Let me get 2 of them. I like my stuff in pears. Yeah, very nice. It's good. It's okay because I put coffee in it. Yeah.
You're gonna make some coffee.
That's good. Yeah, very nice.
What for you?
That's good. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Vegetarian sausage. Vegetarian sausage. Yeah. Bon appetit.
that's what it is. Would you like a drink?
I like it.
Okay. I just had a drink. My stomach is open. Oh. Yes. The doctor said I must drink too. Because when I don't drink, I don't have to drink it. I just want to drink. Yes. Because my doctor said yes. So they said drink some coke. You have to carry it. You better send it to carry it. Coke or Pepsi? You can't eat it. Coke of the sugar. All right. Especially diet one. Okay. You can't eat them, then they can't eat the sugar. Or you know, or like this thing, you know, something else. Friends, a type of sweet that you can't get supposed to walk with. Yes, a special sweet. Because my daughter will buy it. Okay. I plan to go off with it. Like it. Oh God, I can't think now. Oh Christ, I can't, it just not come out. That's like I say. It's good to diabetes. When you see the good of food, only give it good. And then you buy it. So you buy it in the shop. So I want you to believe that. There's not much to do, that's right. As I can see, because I'm in a jar, if I say it. Can I get the coach? She said they called one night at 9 o'clock. The eye drop. I said they called one time this one. I said, you're not the only person to call you. She said, of course she's in there. So what you answer the intercom. You get up to answer the intercom. All you have to do is just press the other part and it's open the door. Yes, because it's when I said, hello, who is it? You just press the intercom, open the door. You see? You're right there. She said, I said, oh, she's in there. Her hand must be very long. No, she looks like me. No, I'm saying, she must have very long. Yeah. She's staying better like Mana. You should just like Mana. They think that they're always right. Yeah, but they're not getting the benefit of it. I can't imagine I work with nurses they have to benefit of this and also the same reason. But you can't do it. Because I don't think it's so near and it's difficult to do it. I stay there all the time. So can they go more? Yeah, do the eye drops. I said at least she can try and do the eye drops. So you can try it. All got to put it for the eye. Yeah, there's just one. Instead of answering the focus, my eye drop. Yeah. I've got to put 5 times a day in my eyes. And by the stairs, when I go down, I'm panting. She reads it, then she reads it. You know, we see like if you ask her. I said, what? He said, you go to collapse. I said, go to collapse. And she got that, yeah. So now she can't wash her. So I said, this time I'm going to wash her. Don't worry. Just go with it. Yeah. I saw the selling a dry shampoo. You want it, of course, which you can. Yes, I saw the selling it. You Yeah, she was swear. Just because you don't want to go there. Because she brought me the eyes out. Open the eyes and get it bad for you. First, I wanted to know if there was a change because she thought she was so high. So, and then after she phoned me because I left her here. I said, no, I'm not staying. I'm going home now. And then she phoned me after see who she didn't know. They just went. I said, come on, come on. She just wants to go. Anything happened to you all alone there? Oh, yeah.
Graba agadinha. Nak barat juga mah. Nak barat dia barat.
You see, so they keep calling me that when I'm out of club.
Yeah.
And when I go home, I'm brushing the phone. Like that. You put the phone. And every time I do the one by zero, I'm going to say, okay. So sometimes, the days I look at it, because I go up the phone, but then they go to look at the phone.
Main kan?
I can't say that it's not the phone shop and I saw my graph. I said, she was starting with it. I just looked at it. Oh, right. I thought, yeah, she's a woman. She's a really long time. They all talk.
Very much.
And a nice one. I see what shots out and I stop. I do like it myself. Join the queue. Because I wanted to put down, I didn't buy it around yet, so I get it. Yes, I look at all packets, just all the money get to give it, they just put it outside the street. Same, I'm going to all the pay, same place, like, so I don't want it. But I don't like those ones, I don't like this. It's better than
What time, huh?
What?
That's a big thing.
Any more pictures, guys?
Last shot.
Yuck shot. All the way down the bottom? No, I bought it from the store. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's what I said. Yes, I bought it from the I bought it from the boat. So we don't want to put I bought it from the boat.
You need to get back into shape. You're a bit fat. All that fat on it. Sorry? It's a bit fat, a bit plump. Oh, he's got to the gym.
We all did that. We all did. I did that more than everybody here. I did that more than everybody here. Yeah, hello.
Oh, is that ham?
Is it hung? Yes. You want
Oh, I have a ham one, yeah. Very good.
But just try and I think this one's vegan actually. Yeah.
It's okay.
Really hard to close that.
Chicken over there, yeah?
Like anything here, darling? Anything else?
Oh, this one. Yeah, very good.
Anything else?
That's it.
I'll give you like
What's this?
potatoes.
Okay, what else?
Anything else?
No, just give me more of the rice. Because I don't want the others.
More rice.
Yes, please. I don't want the others. And the list, please.
What's this?
It's quiche.
I'll just have a little bit.
Do you want just a little bit like this?
Yes, and a Coke.
Anything else?
Sausage. Very nice. Coke, yeah?
I'll do this as well.
This is Chinese fish chicken. Yeah. Chicken. Anything else?
Some of that, yeah? No, no cheese, yeah? Just the brain, yeah? Very good. And one of these cakes. Still put it in here, yeah? Anything else? That's it. Yeah, put it in. Thanks.
You don't wear any t-shirts or shorts?
That's okay, huh?
Some trousers there.
So what are you saying to me? I need to go to the gym. No. Are you there tomorrow? Yes. Are you there for customers? Yes, it's George as well. Maybe. They've got 6 lights. Yeah. Where? The old Kent Road or New Kent Road? The New Kent Road. Go down the New Kent Road, past the pub, George's pub.
Walk down to the
Is a pack on the doors? Yes. On the YouCut bag? Yes. Right, not the old one.
George, make sure you've got your big
Okay.
charity shop. I'm walking, but put it out.
Right, Mark.
Tuesday.
I did.
I don't know what I'm after. What is this one?
I'm a nice person. I'm a nice person.
There's more of a kind of
Do you have any water?
Could you give me a sandwich and a wine? Are these on? Are they socks?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll come. You come here, that's what I'm saying. And I'll be like, I need more stuff. Yeah, they used to not be here. There's that there, and there's my list. Ah, butter. You know, so it's the right here.
We got one.
I was going to do it to take away, but to be honest, I'm not sure. I've missed this one.
Maybe I'll just take my sheet. Is that white bread? No, just a little bit of
Lemonade. Thanks so much, I appreciate it. No.
the other side for seconds. You know, here's the thing that I don't understand. Why should anybody buy into anything that these people say when they're lying to the world about who they are? Because like I said, most of this information about hominids and Churchill and this Prussian crew that's entirely Prussian, and the fact that they might all be Jews is information that you found out that can be verified, and you found out about it from a homeless guy in London. Now, if these people are lying to the world about who they are, why the fuck should anybody take their fucking word for it on anything? Grab seconds. I still got the this guy finally made it out of there half an hour later. I thought he was gone. Let's go get seconds. How did these drones get in here? The station's closed.
The ball right there.
Get some nice seconds. Maybe I'll go to the library and charge a little bit. That way I don't run out tonight, like I did last night. A little bit of a poison something in there. It's okay. It's not too bad. Seconds, yeah.
Just a minute, just a minute. Not yet, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
And it went like 10 minutes.
That's about it.
Yeah? Did you enjoy your meal? Did you have a hot meal today?
Yeah, very good.
Very good?
Very nice.
Yeah? So once in a while when we do have a hot meal, it's really nice.
Yeah, it was very delicious.
Good. Yeah, you
No, I don't really like it. I'll wait till the other guy.
You're doing seconds. If they're doing seconds, they're free.
Thank you.
nice. Can I get some sugar to go? Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Excellent. That's all right, that's all right.
I like that deal.
Would you like some crouton?
It's okay, it's okay. It's worth it. The meat is nice. All right. Well, hello, meaty dish, please. White, black tea with 3 sugars and potato leek soup. No. Thanks very much.
Hello, darling.
Come after this.
Darling, can I have the sausage meal with an extra
I wonder if you have enough perhaps.
word?
We have only the veggie option.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine?
yeah.
Okay, just one veggie option. You have a choice there.
Thanks, darling. Thank you.
Would you like any tea, coffee, or chocolate?
You have to have coffee,
Coffee
please.
with milk and sugar?
Yes, please. Two sugars.
Would you like any soup?
No, thank you. I mean, I'm in cheese.
Yes, yes.
Sandwiches.
Yes.
Coffee, milk, sugar. Ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the first time Is your coffee already?
Thank you.
Yes, it's yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a mixed one. It's a mixed one.
That's good, yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks. mixed. Yeah. It's a mix. Looking good, right? Looks good, right? I think so. I think so. Looking good, right?
Like everybody has
delicious meaty dish. I gotta go charge. Let's see if this. Come on, guys, go to the zoo bar, give them some business. What would we do without the zoo bar? You know, I wouldn't be able to charge. We'll go to the library and see if it works.
By the time you leave, you're going to get
There's literally a vapor one.
Let's see if I can charge my. The library's closed as well. Well. Well, the library's closed now, too, huh? That's alright, the laptop will charge this phone at least once to 100%, so it's fine. Oh, shit. It was open when I was walking by there. But that's okay. It's very okay. And I've got to the zoo bar, doing some business. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of worried a little bit that this brother of mine is not replying, and I told him to leave already. And I told him to sell everything and come over here. And he decided to stay over there and be on his own a little bit longer, I guess. You know, there's no point to it. So I told him many, more than once to come over here and sell everything. He doesn't want to. And now he doesn't reply to this, doesn't reply to my messages, which has me worried.
I have no idea how the fuck these drones got in here because the station is closed. There's fucking hundreds of them. Thousands, perhaps. Anyway. Sunday on sale, Arsenal and Liverpool. Yeah, they're telling me to look at the Ronaldo again. Ronaldo, look at Ronaldo again because it's because Ronaldo is a big source in Germany. We're going to hook up JJ, our boss, Prince of Darkness, JJ, with 2 more matches from the Rings of Power. There's an Amazon woman who also manages Galadriel. So we need to expand our list. And hook up JJ with 2 more individuals. Galadriel has a match in with Amazon. There's some Amazon woman that I've never seen before. They look like well, they're brothers, but they look like sisters, you know, or twins. That's how close that one is. It's like sisters or twins. So, you know, the issue when I noticed on 12 is that despite all the commands that I was using, I was always getting additional data in AdGuard. 11 doesn't do it. Whereas 12 was always putting additional data into AdGuard in the cache. Couldn't figure out where the fuck it was coming from. Like I said, that's the reason why they were able to erase that SIM card. See, that SIM card is blanked out because whatever was going on with AdGuard, getting additional cache in it from somewhere, 4 megs, 9 megs, 2 megs of cache. See, this one doesn't do it because of the commands. You only have like 100 kilobytes of cache on 11. And on 12, even though all the commands that I was using to disable everything, AdGuard was always getting at least 2 to 8 megs of cache from nowhere, just nowhere. Yeah, always happened, didn't know where it was coming from. Yeah, and it's the VPN, Wi-Fi, mobile data, Wi-Fi, VPN. Yeah, and then they blanked out that SIM card. That's where it was coming from. Yeah, that's where that data in AdGuard was coming from on 12. It's the same place that blanked out the, you know, the SIM card. Yeah. So 12, like I said, has a huge hole in it that blanks out SIM cards. Apparently, that's a thing. 12 is, you know, specific to 12. You know, it has a huge fucking hole in it, a huge exploit in it that will blank out your SIM cards. Don't use 12. Like I said, it's so blatantly obvious that it's fake. You know, it's a fake OS that you download from Wi-Fi. That it's unusable. It's, like I said, it's unusable. You know, 13 you can expect it to be worse. You know? Who knows what other exploits they're going to add in 13 that we don't know about? Yeah, and in 12, they went ahead and put an exploit in it to blank out the SIM. Yeah, and that's why AdGuard, despite all the commands that I was using to turn everything off, including tethering, you know, AdGuard was always getting 2 to 8 megs of cache from nowhere. Yeah, it was always 2 to 8 megs of cache from nowhere on 12, no matter what I did. And I noticed that you have to uninstall it and reinstall it again because it doesn't clear. Yeah, that cache on 12 in AdGuard, even the contacts does this. After a while, the contacts stopped doing it. But AdGuard kept on getting this data, this magical data out of nowhere, which was cache on 12. No matter what I did, the only way to get rid of it temporarily was to uninstall it, and reinstall it, and then it would last a day or so. No, it would last a day or so, and then magically you would get 2 to 8 megs of cache out of nowhere. You see, and that's what the exploit is. It's got something to do with VPN, Wi-Fi, mobile data, and the ability to blank out that SIM. Yeah, it's only on 12, guys. Don't use 12. It's hideously bad. Yeah, it's got some interesting exploits in there that are put in there on purpose. 12. You know, 12, you can expect 13 to be a lot worse. So, you know, it's, I wouldn't use 12. Wouldn't use 12. Not on any phone. Not on any phone, I wouldn't use 12. I can go to Microsoft right now because I have 11 loaded right now. I can go to that Microsoft Wi-Fi and download every torrent that I want at 150 megabits a second. Yeah, I can browse on 11 just because it's 11. I can go to that Microsoft Wi-Fi over there and browse any torrent website that I want. Yeah, go to Scene Source, download Valley, and any torrent website that I want and download anything that I want because I'm on 11. Yeah, because I'm on 11, I can do that. With 12, it doesn't work. With 12, if the Wi-Fi hotspot says that the websites are disabled, you're not going to be able to browse them. Yeah. See, that's the advantage of 11. The advantage of 11 is that you can do that. You can go to a Wi-Fi hotspot that bans all the websites that are any worth it and have any value to you, and browse them. Yeah, you can browse anything you want on 11. 12 doesn't browse anything. Doesn't browse anything if it's blocked. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'm tired. Very good food today. Very surprising. Very surprising that it was decent food today. Had some decent food today, and it's good. Very good. I know what the event is, but these sidewalks are packed. What's the occasion right now? I wonder. I don't know of any occasion right now, actually. Unless it's a holiday. Everybody's walking on the sidewalks because it's fun. I had no idea it was so much fun. I hate walking, like I said. I despise walking. And after this is over, I'm probably not going to walk anywhere ever again. I don't think so. I don't think that I'll be walking anywhere ever again. I hate, besides my own house, if I ever get off the streets. Besides walking in my own house, I'm never walking anywhere again. I despise walking. My shoes are burning right now. And they got this snake oil in there. And it's burning pretty bad. And the fact that the feet slide forward in the shoes, it's going to put a hole in the tip where my fingernail is on my big toe. Because my foot is always sliding forward in the shoe. It's as if someone put motor oil in there. That's how slippery it is in there. Like someone put cooking oil or motor oil in there. Yeah, someone said that, I saw it in a YouTube video last night, we've made a terrible mistake. Well, you got buyer's remorse when it comes to that bag? Like I say, you break it, you buy it, my friend. That's the way it works around here. That's my number one rule. That's my number one rule that I have for myself. You break it, you buy it, It's like, we made a terrible mistake. Don't tell me you have buyer's remorse. The bag is good legal tender, guy. The bag is good legal tender anywhere, anytime. The bag is legal tender anywhere, anytime in the world. 7 continents plus. And don't tell me you have buyer's remorse. Like I said, that's my number one rule that I go by. You break it, you buy it. You cannot tell me that you have buyer's remorse right now, Come on, guys, it's been 7 years. And it took you 7 years to realize this? I don't know, I mean, if it takes you 7 years to realize that you might have buyer's remorse, it's, there's no such thing as buyer's remorse in the framing program, not that I know of, There's no such thing as buyer's remorse in the framing program, guys. You break it, you buy it. That's the rule of the framing program. Well, buyer's remorse. That bag is good legal tender anywhere in the world. Every politician in the fucking world, literally, from here to fucking Antarctica, is beholden to that bag. Every politician from here to fucking Antarctica and the North Pole is beholden to that bag. Don't tell me you got buyer's remorse, stupid fuck. You earned it. You earned it, yeah? Every politician in the world from here to the North Pole and to fucking Antarctica is beholden to that bag. Yeah? Don't tell me you got buyer's remorse now, or second thoughts. Yeah? You break it, you buy it. That's the rule. You know, there seems to be a confusion as to why they stole the bag. You stole the bag because you don't belong. And I gave you the reasons as to why you stole the bag. You're a transgender, non-white, or a Jew. There's no in between, there's no gray area. Furthermore, you stole the bag because you're a fucking criminal. That's why. Always a fucking criminal that fucks around with white people. If it's Russia, Eastern Europe, or anywhere in the world. You're a non-white criminal, yeah? And that's why you steal white people's shit. Because you don't belong, you're a fucking fraud. Yeah, there's no other reason to steal it. No other reason to have it in the first place. There's 3 reasons to have it. I gave you the reasons, yeah? Non-white, a Jew, or transgender. Sometimes all 3. And you stole the bag because you're a fake fucking fraud that doesn't belong here. Yeah, to defend yourself. It's a way of defense against my accusations that I just made just now. You're either non-white, a Jew, yeah, or transgender. And you stole the bag to defend yourself just in case Whitey got wind of who you are. Yeah, and definitely Whitey got wind of who you are. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we definitely know now, don't we? Yeah, we definitely know now who they are, huh? You know, there seems to be some confusion about maybe you're stealing this stuff because you're the one that belongs, and maybe, you know, maybe that non-white guy that you say is non-white doesn't belong. You know, maybe that's the reason why, yeah? Maybe you're the one that belongs, that's why you're stealing people's stuff. Makes perfect sense, right? Maybe you're the one that belongs, so you need to steal people's stuff to make sure that you're the one that belongs. But you steal people's stuff because you're the opposite of someone who belongs. You're a fucking fraud and a liar. A criminal. Yeah, who steals people's stuff to make a fucking living out of it. Yeah? Does it provide for your existence right now? Does it provide for your fucking safety right now? Does the bag provide for your safety right now? Does it put money in your pocket? Yeah, it does. Does it put money in your pocket right now? Does the bag do that? Yeah, it does. Does it provide for your safety? Your air that you breathe, stupid fuck. Does it provide? Yeah, it does. The very air that you fucking breathe in your fucking lungs right now is provided by that bag. Yeah, because you're a fucking fraud and a lying fuck that doesn't belong. That's why. The very fucking air that you breathe in your fucking lungs right now goes into your fucking lungs right now because of that bag. Yeah, it's legal tender everywhere, I heard. 7 continents plus. Even the ones that we don't know about. So anyway, I am going to charge my handy right now. This motherfucker is a little bit confused. It seems like there's some kind of confusion among them as to why they're doing what they're doing. What do you think the reasons is? What do you think the reasons are why you're doing what you're doing right now? You're either non-white, or Jew, or transgender. You can only be one of the 3. There's no gray area here. Yeah, non-white's got a reason, Jew's got a reason, you know, transgenderism also a reason. You know, it's a valid reason, because I'm not transgender. Yeah? Those are the 3 reasons. The other reason why you're doing what you're doing is because you're a fucking fraud that's a lying fuck that doesn't belong. Yeah? You're a lying fucking fraud that doesn't belong. Period. There's no gray area. Yeah? That's why you're still, I mean, obviously, there's no other fucking reason why you'd be stealing people's stuff that I tied to some kind of police report with your Freemasonic police that you say you don't fucking know. There's no other fucking reason here, guy. There's no confusion here about what the fuck is going on. You're either non-white, a Jew, or transgender, and you're a lying fuck and a fraud that doesn't belong. Period. That's why you're stealing people's shit. There's no other fucking reasons. None. There's no other fucking reasons. It's a clean slate. 3 very clear reasons as to why you're doing what you're doing. Yeah, transgender, a Jew, or non-white, and you're a lying fuck and a fraud that doesn't belong. And you're stealing white people's shit to make sure that you stick around a little bit longer and buy yourself some time. Those are the only valid reasons why this is happening. There's no fucking in between, there's no gray area. Anyway, now that we got that cleared, let's calm down and do some personal computing. Let's do some personal computing. It's like, yeah, he wants to keep going because, you know, it looks like he's trying to kill them all. It looks like it's overdue, actually. You know, from where I'm sitting and what I'm seeing in Western fucking Europe, it's overdue, guy. Yeah, it looks to me like it's over fucking due, isn't it? Like someone was supposed to do this some time ago, especially during the Cold War, yeah? And somehow they forgot to do it. And they keep on forgetting to do it. It looks to me like it's over fucking due, isn't it? It looks like you earned it, actually. It looks like you've been working to earn this. And it looks like it's overdue, isn't it? Yeah, it is overdue. It is overdue. Because it looks to me like you're fucking working to earn it. Yeah, it looks to me like you were working overtime to fucking earn it. And you did. You fucking earned it, yeah. You know, it looks like you're working overtime to fucking earn it. Yeah, it's full of shit again. From last night, yeah, fresh shit.
And a lot of it. A lot of it, guys. 8%.